Okay, going to show the shutdown process. Probably going to split this into two parts. The balloon part is the most complicated, and then the other part is a little bit simpler. Okay, so right now the balloon is powered. So first step, of course, would be to block off the area so that nobody walks through. Got the safety line there. Okay, we're going to put... okay, let me get this phone situated here. We're going to start by putting a ladder on either side, and this process is actually simpler with multiple people, but I'm doing it alone today, so okay, let's back it up here. Okay, I think okay, I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to start with ladders on either side. Obviously, if you have two people, you'd have a person on each ladder. I'm just by myself, so I'm going to be going back and forth. So it's a little bit windy out. You can probably see the streamers blowing in the background. So what I'm going to do first is put up a tarp to block the wind. That makes the deflation of the balloon a whole lot easier. So that's actually an important step if it's windy out. If it's not windy, you don't need to do that. That's going to block the wind, and allow the balloon to deflate. Next step, I'm going to deflate. I'm going to power off the blower, and the balloon will slowly deflate. And I will try to keep it within the PVC rim. So I want it to fall inward instead of outward. Once it gets below the tarp line, then it's really easy. The tricky part is to get it compressed down out of the wind. So here goes.
like,
Yeah.
whose phone is that?
So once it's down below the tarp line, you just gather it up and try to compress it as much as possible.
Nice.
The air is still deflating, but it's below the tarp line now. See if I can get a better view. Let me go behind the scenes.
Now it's breaking.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, you can kind of see how it's partly hidden by the tarp. So, like, once it's out of the wind, it's a lot easier to deal with. Okay. So, I'm also going to be wrapping it in cardboard. So, what I'm going to do is slide the cardboard pieces under the front and back of the balloon, and then that'll set us up for compressing it the rest of the way. Got the front cardboard in. I'm going to do the back cardboard next. I think the balloon is down enough now. I'm going to get rid of the tarp because it's kind of getting in the way. Okay, so that's a major milestone, is to have the balloon mostly enclosed within cardboard. I'm just going to package it up a little bit more. And same is true on the other side. Let me swing around. You can watch that side. It's pretty much the same though. Just kind of try to get it stuffed in within the cardboard. This one's kind of hanging out a little bit more. It's helpful to have a few clamps in hand in case you need to temporarily hold something. But if you have multiple people, that also works. This is just because I have a shortage of hands. Okay, so that's basically it for this part. The balloon is successfully encased in cardboard. I mean, it's not a neat job, but the main purpose is to protect the balloon from the wind and the sun. The cardboard will get soggy overnight, but I have a cord tied around to sort of hold it in place, kind of. And I think I mentioned this during another video. These ropes are kind of taped with loops onto the balloon, so they slide. They are fastened to the balloon, but they slide, which allows the balloon to be compressed, because otherwise it would still be stuck up there. Okay, so the balloon is encased. That's the kind of most of the work for closing down. So I'm going to stop the video and then just finish off in another one.